Alright, what up, y'all? It's Metaphor back for more to kick the raw, representing everyone's you and I verse. We're gonna do a goddamn it video. Motherfucking 8th house in motherfucking Sagittarius, which is the Taurus rising series, right? And Sagittarius being mutable fire, which is being able to adapt to others, creation of visions and seeing things, and also yourself being able to have your own visions, but be able to adapt them to others, you know, and see the way other people feel about things, other people, like, you know, have an outlook on something. So this is the way you would transform things with your 8th house. I'm gonna go into the way it worked real fast. So the 8th house being transformation, you know, behind the scenes, things that not everyone see on the surface level, right? So everybody see the 2nd house, which is what you value. Everybody see you planting the seed, but not everybody see you reaping the benefits and holding on to your shit after the 7th house, and you know what you exactly do with your 8th house being, you know, what you spent your 2nd house on, you know. So you know what I'm saying? So you know what I mean? So it's either you spend your, let me just break it down again real fast, because I did it in the last video, so I'm gonna do it again anyway, just because I'm on the train of thought. The 2nd house is like, if you're over here planting the seed, right, then you're gonna be able to hold on to everything and not nobody even know that you planted it, and you just be able to hold on to it in your 8th house. But the other way of looking at it, like the other way of looking at, like, going around the bush, so to speak, like, you know, another way to say this is somebody working, you know, maybe like a job or something and making some monetary value, 2nd house shit, right, like that, and like that's the way that they plant their seeds, right? And then with their 8th house, they use fucking that 2nd house money that they, you know, worked in a different way other than fucking actually going out on the farm and planting the seeds, you know, so to speak. They fucking use that money to actually be able to procure the goods, you know, and hold on to them. And you know, in this facet, everybody knows what your 8th house is. You know, you holding on to, you know, let's say you want to build a house, and you know, you work all your life, and you know, you have all these resources to build this house, right? You're gonna go out and spend the 2nd house value on some 8th house shit, being, you know, having nobody really know that you want to build your own house. A lot of people like think that people want to buy a house that somebody else built. Like, that's some 8th house shit for the most part, that nobody really know about, like, your actual, like, plans on something. And this is, you know, this is a bit of a tangent right here, what I'm about to say, but this is the reason why the 8th and the 10th house get along, because the 10th house is like, you know, it's status, so it's like everybody know you the shit, but it's like, you know, what you really doing, nobody really sure about it, but they can share it with the 8th house, because the 8th house is able to, you know, help transform things to actually get that you know, that 10th house necessary thing. So like one way to look at it is, you know, I like to, like, what comes to mind is the tarot. You know, like I said, it's a tangent, but you know, it's not exactly, because it still correlates to the 8th house. But you know, I'm gonna get to the point of Sagittarius being here in a second, but it's like, this is kind of important, if you ask me. Fucking the 8th house being the death card, you know, because it's transformation, death, and the 10th house being the devil card. So it's like, you know, the status, everybody's seeing what you're really about, you know what I'm saying? People see, let's say you build houses, that's your 10th house, so everybody see you building all these houses, you know, in the details, you know, devil in the details, a lot of people like to say, and your devil is that you're a fucking great worker, you know what I'm saying? And that you put the time into fucking building beautiful houses. So this individual that has this 8th house idea can share their behind the scenes 8th house with this 10th house individual, because they know it's all business. It's no, you know, bullshit, you know what I mean? That's like that fixed water, you know, that 8th house transformation shit. So yeah, okay, so Sagittarius being here, this mutable fire, you're gonna want to see the way that you can adapt your visions of knowledge and wisdom to the behind the scenes nature and like occultic nature. So with this one, you know, Taurus got to get a bit spiritual. So to say that with okay, yeah, like, you know, going to the Taurus part, like, you know, Taurus being the rising sign, which is fixed earth, being you know, maybe stubborn or consistent on the fact of, you know, being personally logical, making sense, you know, not very emotional. This sign tends to not be emotional. And then going into their 8th house, being Sagittarius, fucking, you want to adapt to other people's ways of seeing transformation. So it's like, you know, you want to share your knowledge or wisdom about like how you transform things in your life and how it's gone, and maybe relate it to others. Like, one way to see this is Taurus 2nd house is motherfucking Gemini. So you want to communicate the things that you value, you know what I mean? Like, I've done a video on this. So like, you know, you want to use your ability to communicate in a form of value, right? Like, you know that you have value when you say something, right? And then this 8th house being Sagittarius, that you know that whenever you have a conversation with somebody, it is gonna have to do, you know, if it tends to get like, you know, behind the scenes, and you know you're really telling somebody about yourself, it's gonna tend to be a spiritual conversation. So like to say that if you're you know, dealing with some fucked up conversations in your life, maybe you want to, you know, do some rituals to say, like, you know, fill that space that you find having these conversations. And maybe you stop even seeing these individuals due to you doing these rituals. And that's what the rituals are all about, filling the space in that you don't want to participate in another way. To say, like, okay, if I go outside right now, you know I'm going to see this individual and this individual, right? But if I stay inside and light some candles, you know what I'm saying, and fucking, you know, really focus on what I want to, you know, bring into my life today, then boom, you know, that time that I would have been outside talking to these motherfuckers, I'm actually inside working on my own spirituality. So boom, you know, it ends up being a very beneficial thing. So yeah, you know, it's just having the conversation with other individuals. And this is the thing about Sagittarius, that they think that they already know what somebody's going to say, so they kind of don't have conversations with people because they think everybody, you know, maybe not on their level type shit, or might be a little bit, you know, is a word that you can use instead of stupid, you know what I'm saying? If you're watching this video all the way through, shouts out to y'all, you know what I'm saying? It's some lit shit. I appreciate y'all. Fucking, you know, another word you could use is inept, you know, and a lot of people, motherfuckers don't even know what that means, so, yeah. And don't believe everybody inept, you know, give everybody a chance until they prove that they really are inept, so, yeah. Holla back, y'all. It's lit, you know what I'm saying? Enjoy y'all Mars Day today, you know, it's Tuesday and shit.